every single person in this world or in our society talks about focus on learning, because if you focus on learning, then you can earn as much as you can. You can create as much wealth as you want in your life, right? We talk about learning, we talk about intelligence, but we don't really know what it really means. So, let's say 2 weeks ago, I was listening to this podcast of Alex Omozi, and he clearly defines what learning is. So, let's move forward with understand what learning is, because until or unless we don't understand this, now leave this. Let me ask you this question: what's the most important thing for you instead of understanding what real learning is? Because if you can't understand the term, we can't move forward in our life, because every single person in our society, they just know every single thing. They're like, I know anything, you are nothing in front of me. They have superiority complex, but that's not a superiority complex. They have an ego problem. They have an ego problem. So if you're that kind of person, just shut down this video, because you're not worth it to understand what learning is. Learning is same conditions, new behavior. I'll repeat that. Same conditions, new behavior. Let's say, whenever life puts you in a particular condition, you changed your behavior. That's your learning. For example, when I showed you, let's say, I showed you this red book, and then I'm just gonna slap you. You're like, oh, boom, what happened to me? And then the next time I put you in same condition, I showed you this book, and I'm just gonna slap you. You dodge. It means I put you in a same condition, but you change your behavior. You dodged. That's what learning is. Now, maybe you are like, yeah, I know this thing exactly. You know this thing, but are you practically applying this thing in your life? Most probably 90% of 90% of people are not doing that, right? And that's what we need to understand. And when I learned this, I was like, boom, this just blew up my mind. And that's when I decided, uh, I need to record this video, because I just need to document every single part of my journey, from nothing to creating a very good wealth for myself. Okay, so this was learning, because what we all just do is we consume content. I'm not talking about people who don't even consume the content, who are not, you know, passionate about growing themselves. They are not improving themselves. I'm not talking about those people, because those people are not gonna watch these kind of videos. Only people who are interested in growing themselves will gonna watch this video. So I'm talking about people who learn by reading book like this, by consuming podcasts, by listening to like-minded people, great people, geniuses, millionaires, philosophers, who listen to those people. But majority of us, what we do is we listen to them, and we create that imagination for ourselves, that I know this thing. Yeah, I understand it. I have learned this thing. That's why I was so shocked when I learned this. If you're not changing your behavior, you're wasting your time. Most important part. Now, let's define intelligence. This is second part. First was learning, second is intelligence. So what's intelligence? Is intelligence that you read something from a book and you feed here and you write it on a fucking paper? That's intelligence. That's not intelligence. That's a fucking robot. A robot can do that. So are you a robot or you are a human? We have this intellect to use in our life, but we are still stuck at the level of mechanism. So put that aside. Let's move forward and understand the things, because things are really important to understand at this point of time, because this is the most precious time for me and for you guys. So let's not waste it. We define learning. Same conditions, new behavior. Let me give you another example. Let's say yesterday morning, you watched a podcast on health, and that particular person is telling you about a good sleep, a healthy sleep. That particular person is talking about, we can say, focus on your diet, do a workout, and all those fucking things. Okay, you watched it yesterday. Now, today, life puts you in a particular condition. It says that either you can eat a cheese pizza or you can eat this healthy meal. So, if you most probably you in your with your past experience, whenever life puts you before at this particular situation, you choose cheese pizza. But now, as you consume the content yesterday morning, so if you change your behavior, you have learned, right? So if you're like, no, I don't want this. I just consumed that podcast yesterday morning and I learned it, just not memorize it. I learned it. Now I'm gonna change my behavior. You pick that. You've learned. Now you have to stick with it. That's what real learning is. Let's say when life puts you in a particular condition, very first time you choose this, but next time you choose this. This is not learning. This was just, we can say, I don't know what to say that, but that's not learning. You have to stick with it. You have to change your behavior and stick with that behavior every single time life puts you in a particular condition. All right? Perfect. Now, what's intelligence? Let's define intelligence. Intelligence is rate of learning. There are two people. It took 10 trials for person 1 to change his or her behavior. It took second trial in order to change his or her behavior to person 2. Who is more intelligent? It's simple, right? So if it's taking you, let's say, many trials to change your behavior, you are not a smart guy. So if you want to be a smart guy, so change your behavior whenever life puts you in a particular condition every single time as quick as possible if you want to be a smart guy. And if you can't do that, I'm sorry, you're not. So learn, practically apply it, immediately change your behavior, because if you're not changing it immediately, you are just procrastinating. Let's say it took you, let's say I showed you this book 10 times and you get 9 slaps, but on 10th time you dodge. Simply just means you are not an intelligent guy. That is what intelligent was. So we clearly defined learning and intelligence. That's it. Now this was it for this particular video, because this is going to be my first YouTube video. I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to edit this video because I don't have enough time to edit videos. I was just on a rest with my work which I was just doing. I was relaxing my brain, so I was like, let's record a video, because I'm too passionate about recording this video. I don't know why, I enjoy it. Even if 10 years down the line I get 0 views, I'll still do it, because I don't care about views. I love doing this, and I'm not building my career out of this like many people. I don't care about it. So I'll just talk to you very soon whenever I'm free, because it's not in my schedule. I just love doing it, so I'll just do it in my free time. Not gonna edit this video and spending my time. I'm just gonna click upload, boom. So see you next time. Bye bye.